I'm Dr. Omowumi Femi-Akinlosotu. I'm the president of Medical Women Association of Nigeria, Oyo State Chapter, and I'm also a senior lecturer in the Department of Anatomy, College of Medicine, University of Ibadan. This is the Medics Talk Show, and I want to employ you to keep watching it. Thank you.
So apart from being a lecturer in the Department of Anatomy, College of Medicine, University of Ibadan, you're also the president of
Medical Women Association, or your state chapter.
Yes, or your state chapter. Madam President.
you remind me of my husband when he wants to tease me, say, Your Excellency.
Necessary. You know when you just graduate from medical school, you're like, please add doctor to my name.
Yeah.
So now you're playing Madam President. It's your right. You should be called it.
I don't feel like that. I feel like when you are in a leadership position, you are called to service. Is more work rather than the title. It's more work, because I believe that when you are given a position to run, you should be able to run it effectively. And rather than looking up to the title, you should be able to do what you are meant to do correctly and impact. Most of the time, what I normally tell people is that, okay, this position, I want to impact life. This tenure that I am, I want to impact life. I want people to say, after the tenure, what are people going to say about me? How many people have I been able to impact in one way or the other? That, to me, that's more like it than the title.
For the post of president, do you run for it or you get chosen?
Yeah, you run for it and then you are nominated, because there are rules governing the position. You have to, there are bylaws in the association. You must have attended, you must have gone through maybe subcommittees, you must have been in the executive, you must have been a financial member, all those kind of things that we have the regulations governing each association. So Medical Women Association of Nigeria have regulations. So once you meet the criteria, you will be nominated. You take a nomination form, and you have people that will support your nomination. At least 2 people must support your nomination, and then thereafter there will be an election, and then the members will cast their votes, and then the highest votes will be the president.
So apart from being a doctor and a lecturer, you're also a politician.
Well, you can say that.
That's a crazy combo. That's 3 in 1.
You can say that. But the Medical Women Association is not like a political association. It's like an NGO. It's like an NGO fostering the health, especially of the populace, especially women and children. And then we focus on girl-child education. So I will say it is non-partisan. It is not, but in any leadership position, you are right, there is a little bit of politics. So you have to learn a little bit of politics. I will say you are correct.
How was it like for you transitioning into that position? Like, I know it must not have been easy, and then when you resume office, you see you are met with a whole lot of challenges. You have some bridges that they are very delicate, and you have to be diplomatic about some things.
Yes.
So like how was it like for you transitioning into that space, and how do you deal with things like that?
Okay, I will say that I didn't get there overnight. I ascend through the ranks. So I started with being the coordinator of what we called the Young Doctors Forum of the association. The Young Doctors Forum are young doctors that are 40 years and below. So I was their coordinator some 10 years ago. So thereafter, I became the general secretary for 2 terms. Each tenure is 2 years. So I was the general secretary of the association for 2 terms. That's 4 years in a row. So I believe after being the Young Doctors Forum coordinator for 2 years, general secretary for 8 years, and then there was a break. I was just a floor member, and thereafter people thought and called on me that, okay, you've gone through the ranks, and then you are the right peg in the right hole now. So I think you need to come in and give in to the society, to the association again. So, and apart from that, apart from learning from my previous predecessors by being in the executive, I would say that the leadership role has always been in me. Like I said earlier on, I'm the firstborn. So, in a family, in an African setting, as a firstborn, you are saddled with so many responsibilities. You are the small mommy, you cook, you take care of your younger ones, you teach them their homework. By the way, my mom is a retired teacher.
Wow.
So you must know that as a daughter of a retired teacher, she is a disciplinarian. And so you are to do so many things. You learn so many things by giving you tasks. You are learning. So you do your siblings' homeworks for them. You wash their clothes. You cook. You prepare meals in the family. You take care of the family. So to say, even our last born, who is a mother herself now, there was a time when I was taking care of her. She never knew my mom as her mom. She calls me her mom because I was the one always taking care of her. And when my mom comes and say, "Come to me, I'm your mom," she say, "No, I'm going to my sister. I'm going to my sister." And my mom say, in Yoruba, Egba, mi mo bi e. So now she calls me little mommy. So I think those roles have
Prepared
me into the leadership role, and the fact that I got married early.
Yes.
And then because I said earlier on that my husband is quite a little bit older than me, he has been in managerial position. So sometimes he will teach me, these are the ones to do. He will tease me and say, "See, you don't know anything more than medicine. Let me teach you managerial roles. Let me teach you leadership position. This is what you're supposed to do. This is what you're supposed to do." So he normally gives me tips on. So I think a combination of everything has really helped me. And I will not forget the fact that God has been faithful.
Yes.
God has really been faithful. It's not by my own knowledge or ability. It has been the grace of God. Yeah.
By the way, your husband sounds like a wonderful man. Yes, because
he's my big brother.
Okay. Wow.
The brother I never had. I said we are all girls. So he coming into my life as being is like a role model. He's been like a father, like a big brother.
That's amazing.
He's
like,
a fantastic
it's like a
guy.
combo.
Yes.
Packaged.
For me and for me alone.
Oh, okay. So what's the future looking like for you after presidency? I mean, you're going to retire one day from teaching.
Recently I was telling somebody, as a lecturer, the retirement age is 70. I was telling somebody, I said, I don't want to be 70 before I retire.
Please.
Yeah. I want to retire early. I have dreams and plans there. So I'll wait on what God has in stock for me. I believe He has so many things in stock for me. I think as the time comes, He will bring up roles. I believe anywhere you get to in life, God puts you there because He wants you to impact people's life.
Yes.
So once He sees the ability in you, it's like saying, "My girl, you are done with this task. I want
to
you to
move higher.
I want to give you another task. This is the next task for you too." And then, so when I do some things for some people and they begin to thank me, thank you, I say, no, God has put me there to do it. If I don't do it, somebody else will do it. God will look for another person to do it.
Definitely.
I just thank God that I yielded to God to make me to be able to do it. So it is not, don't thank me, thank God. God will not come down from heaven to do it. He will surely use somebody. My own prayer for people is that they will yield to whatever role God has put in their care to do and at the right time. So I believe I'm open to God's direction for the next step in my life. And I believe that He has good plans for me, and I know I will accept any role that he puts me, because when he gives me a role, he will back me up.
Yes.
He will
Yes.
surely back me up to be able to do, no matter how huge and how complex or how gigantic the role might be. He will surely, once you give you a role, he knows that you can do it. That's what I believe in.
Okay,
So,
fine. God has a plan for everyone. Yeah, we've spoken about God's plan. Now we want to hear your own plan. Like,
okay.
what do you have in? What do you want to do with the rest of your life after you?
I said my children are getting old now. I believe in the next few years my daughter will get married,
Okay.
and that is a stage where I normally look at and say I'm scared. As young as I am, people will be calling me grandma,
Oh.
grandma. So I'm looking forward to that. I'm really looking forward to that, and I'm looking forward to having a vital, more cordial relationship with my husband. And since the children are going to be on their own now, I want to travel the world with him.
High five. High five. High five it. I have some destinations that you want to go to. Me, I've not been there, but you go there on my behalf.
You too, you get there.
Yeah, amen. Amen. Amen.
And then my parents are still alive.
Thank God.
Yeah, I really want to take them to places.
Yeah.
Yeah, I want to lavish them. Those are my dreams.
Yes.
Yeah, those are my dreams.
That's like the dream of, I won't say all, but most children.
Yeah.
Just take your parents out. Just You've
Spoil them.
tried. You've tried,
Yeah.
man. Let me spoil
Yeah,
you
let me
now.
spoil you now. You've really done well. I remember those days that people will not want teachers to be tenants, and they will say, house for rent, teachers don't apply. Yeah, there were times like that. I grew up in that era. It was really tough for teachers because their salaries were not being paid. And I really thank God for my parents. They sacrificed. I grew up from an humble background, but I thank God for where I am today. So I really want to spoil them. God give me the grace.
Amen. He will.
Yeah.
You're an amazing person, and you've achieved so much in this life. And I feel like there are students watching this who not just admire you, but want to be where you are, even better. So, what would you like to tell such people, girls, boys, men, women? Like, how do you get to where you are? What can they do, or what are they doing now that they can do better? Because we live in a world where it's not just by what you know, it's by who you also know.
Yeah.
So like, how do you manage all that? How do you
Well,
just
I would say that they should all have dreams.
mm,
They should all have dreams. I had dreams. One of my dreams is playing out now.
mm.
I remember when I was young, I used to look at interviews on the TV and listen to radio's interview. I said, one day I want to be on the TV.
Ah, this is like the biggest compliment I've gotten in a while.
I said, one day,
I am honored.
yeah, that one day I want to be on a TV. What does it take to be on a TV? I said, I want to be on a TV. So I would say, boys, girls, anyone listening, have dreams. When you have dreams, and don't ever look down upon yourself that you will achieve that dream. It was one of my dreams, and I'm not bragging. I've had so many interviews, and I had what I dreamt of has happened. I've been on interview on the NTA network. So I just looked back and said, I dreamt of this thing and it came to pass. So we should have dreams. Young boys and girls these days, they don't, if you ask them, what do you want to become? I don't know. We should have dreams. You should have dreams. So, and then apart from having dreams, I cannot overemphasize the place of spirituality, committing your ways unto God. even the holy books, both the Christian and the Muslim holy books, say we should not neglect the fact that God guides our path. And these days, I notice that young people are doing things their own way. They don't want to put their trust in God. God has a way of directing one's path. So commit your ways into God's hands. And then thirdly, Rome was not built in a day. You get there step by step, gradually. And young people these days, there's this syndrome of getting there quick. No, there's I'll say it in Yoruba. My husband used to say, "Ẹṣin tó bá kọ́kọ́ sáré, ìran ló máa wò gbẹ̀yìn." What's the meaning of that? That when a horse runs faster than the other and gets to the finish line, he will go and wait, and the others will be coming. You will stay there and wait, and you'll be seeing the others. So everybody has their own race, but the most important thing is that you get to your destination. And so we need God. There's a place of God. So people should commit their ways unto God, and God will surely direct their path. That believe so. And hard work. Hard work. I tell my children, hard work does not kill. When you work hard, consistency. The Holy Book says, "Seeth a man diligent in his way, he will stand before kings and not mere men." When you are diligent, you are excellent in what. See, for instance, see what you are doing now. It started gradually, and before you know it, one day you just see you are interviewing a president, you are interviewing international leaders, because you were persistent, you were consistent in it, and you were diligent in it. So you get to know it better. So those are the things I know that I've been doing: consistency, diligence, hard work. There's no place for that. And with the help of God, God so help everyone.
No, thank you. Thank you very much, Ma.
Somebody would have been touched,
Yes,
with my experience. So thank you too. This is the Medic Talk Show, and I want to employ you to keep watching it. Thank you.